Y'all know I'm always trying to get cute. Maybe this light is a little too bright. Give me 1 second. Okay. I think that's a lot better. I'm late. I'm late. What do you mean I'm late? Hey everyone. So I'm kind of gonna get right into this message. I don't know how long this is gonna be. Hey. I'm kind of just gonna let it flow through me because I really feel like this is gonna be healing for me, and that this is something that I really need to get off my chest. I kind of like use YouTube for like a diary, you know, because I don't really like to bother people with the things that I go through. I don't want to push my negativity onto people, but I got triggered really bad today. And if you don't know what a trigger is, I don't know the exact definition right now, but usually a trigger is something that triggers your emotions, like your sadness, your anger. You know, somebody can do something and it triggers you, you know, basically like reminds you of something that you've been through in life before, a negative emotion, maybe even sometimes a happy emotion. And I got triggered really bad today by accident. Like, nobody triggers anybody on purpose, you know. But I've been in a very weird spot lately in my life. And, you know, I feel like the more I do inner work, the more emotional I am and the more easily triggered I am. Because, you know, it brings up your emotions and you're more real with yourself. So, I realize one of the biggest things I deal with is insecurity. And I think a lot of people do, you know? Sorry. I think a lot of people deal with insecurity, and it's something I'm really fighting. You know, and it's been a dark shadow in my life. And maybe in the future this message is gonna help somebody. Maybe right now this is just for me to kind of like get off my chest. Because when you confess something, when you confess a sin, when you confess something that you're dealing with, I feel like it has less power. And it really takes, to me, it takes a lot of courage to like go online and just say like, I'm insecure, or, you know, I'm dealing with this. And, you know, I just want to help people. Maybe 5 years from now, people, excuse me, will look at this video. But let me just take you down memory lane real quick, because I want to backtrack. How did this insecurity start? How did I even get to this point in life? You know what I mean? And that's what I tell myself, like, how did I get here? How did I get to this point of being insecure, unsure of myself? Insecurity is so many things. It's not just like, oh, I think I'm ugly. It's confidence, like, in so many areas, looks, talent, everything, like, you know, just everyday life. And so, you know, my earliest memory of myself is being very open-minded, very just like, who are these people to tell me who I can be? I was a very outspoken little girl. If you ask anybody, especially my family members, very outspoken. Like, my name is Risa, and people, I don't know why they can't pronounce my name. They would say Rissa. Hey Rissa, hi Rissa. And my mom always tells me, you would be like, my name's not Rissa, it's Risa. And like, the me today probably would never come at somebody like that. And I just be like pondering, where did that girl go? Like, that little girl who I was not scared to tell nobody nothing. I had like a little sassy attitude, like, You know, you better get this stuff right with me. Don't play with me. Just all on somebody's case, right? I'm like, what happened to that little girl? And I have so many like early childhood memories of just like running everything that's around me. Like my friendships at school, I was like super popular when like from kindergarten to fourth grade. I was super popular, just outgoing. Like my personality, I was just like out there. And now I have like social anxiety. Now, you know, I don't have the confidence that I remember I used to have. And then like my mom, she transferred schools. Like she well, we got like a house and stuff, so we, you know, moved to a whole different city. And when I moved to that city, I started getting bullied. Like y'all see my teeth, they're not bad or anything, but they were a lot worse when I was little, younger. Like I had braces and stuff. So like people used to like make fun of me because of my teeth. And people always used to want to fight me. I don't know why. I never did anything like, this is serious. Like I never did anything. Like people would literally be like, oh, Risa, you know, she said this about you. And I'm like, I said that? Like, this is crazy. I don't remember saying that, but okay. You know, whatever. If you just want to fight me, just say that. Because I'm small. Because I'm very quiet. A quiet person. So you want to fight me, just say that, you know? And so I think that's where it began, is like middle school. Like people used to like bully me, and like my family, very toxic. Like I don't even know my dad's family. I'm probably gonna say that a lot in all my videos because who knows. Anyway, I don't know my dad's family. I don't know the black side of my family, and like I only know my mom's side of the family, and they're white. And you know, they used to like say a lot of stuff like, oh, your hair is nappy, or you know, just like make comments about my skin color, and not like in a negative way. I feel like that, but to me at that point, like when I was younger, I feel like I took it that way. And so I was bullied because of my teeth. Like in fifth grade, yeah, fifth grade, I wanted to really be on like this like cheer team at my school. Like this group of girls, like they made a cheer team. It wasn't like nothing real or anything. And we all tried out for it, right? And so I had made the cheer team, right? And this one girl, I'm not gonna say her name, but this girl was like, do you guys really want her on our cheer team? Like, do you guys really want her? And everyone's like, no, we don't want her. And that was fifth grade, like I said. And I just remember ever since there, like people would always leave me out, or when it came to like playing games with kids in school, I was always the one that was left out. I was either left out, or I was like, if it was like hide and seek or something, I was the one that was like, oh, Risa, you can find us. You can find us. We're all going to hide from you, and you can find us. And, you know, as, you know, the years, like as I got older, you know, like that was fifth grade. So sixth grade, seventh grade, it progressed. Like it got worse over the years of like the bullying. Like people would like try to follow me home and fight me, like pull my hair from behind, and just like make up all kinds of rumors about me. And you know, like my mother was like, you know, me and her got into it at one point, and she was like, yeah, I hope they beat you up. I hope the girls at school beat you up. So, you know, like I'm going through this stuff at school, and then like I go home and I had nobody to talk to. So, you know, that's kind of like where keeping everything to myself started. And just like internalizing all the pain, like feeling unlovable, you know what I mean? And so it's like everyone at school is calling me ugly. My family doesn't care about me. My family, I don't feel like I can go to them, you know? So again, I start internalizing all this stuff. Like, maybe I am stupid. Maybe I am ugly. Maybe, you know, all these like negative things. And, you know, I get into high school, and now girls want to fight me. Now, you know, it's just like always been this consistent negativity in my life since fourth grade. Rather, it's people making up things about me, like about my character, my family treating me a certain way. Um, and that happened for so long that it became like subconsciously programmed into my mind, like subconsciously programmed, like, you're not worthy. Nobody loves you. Nobody cares about you. If anyone cared about you, why would you be living the life that you're living right now? So, um, I'm just giving you guys like some background story so you can see why I get triggered, like, what I deal with. And, um, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, like, those are some of the background things. And that was like really hurtful. It made me feel like I wasn't anybody. Like, I was just born to be this person that is supposed to be unhappy and doesn't get to have a good life and stuff like that. Like, I tried to commit suicide and stuff when I was little. Like, you know, a lot of just negative things. I tried to hang myself. I tried to take pills, all kinds of things. And, in high school, it got better. Like, people started like actually liking me, and like, I was like making friends and stuff, and like guys were showing interest in me, because like even like in middle school, this dude, he would like walk me home and stuff. It's like so funny looking back at it now. Like, he walked me home and like think made me think that he liked me. And one day he was like, this is a prank. Like, I don't like you. Like, this is a prank. Like, they bet me to see if I can get you to like me. And like, I had another boyfriend in 7th grade, I believe. Yeah, 7th grade. He just like broke up with me in front of the whole school. So, I've just been like, basically what I'm trying to say is I've had so many experiences that like subconsciously made me feel like I was ugly. Like, people might not have said, oh, you're ugly or you're stupid or stuff like that, but their actions and like the things that they did to me made me feel that way. You know what I mean? So I graduated high school and I go into the real world, and I was like very sheltered and stuff like that. Very sheltered. My mom kind of like kept me locked in the house. I didn't get to like really go to like football games. I didn't really get to like go to football games, volleyball games, like, cause she, like, when she was younger, she did stuff, and I think she was kind of like projecting her fear of what she went through onto me. Like, oh, I don't want my daughter to go through this, or, I know I was doing this when I was younger, so I don't want my daughter to do this, so I'm gonna kind of like shelter her. So, when I moved out of my mother's house when I was 17 because of some stuff that was going on at home, it was just like a slap in the face. A really big slap in the face of, this is reality, And when I went out into the real world, so many of my traumas were reinforced, like I've spoken in, a previous video. And I feel like my energy, the energy I had within myself, like feeling unworthy of love, feeling unworthy of anything good in my life, kind of like attracted people to me. Because I feel like, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, like I said in my other videos, I believe in God, uses these experiences to kind of like wake you up. Like, okay, you've been through this, and now it created this type of pattern within yourself. Now you look at life in this type of lens, You might not realize it at first. And I didn't realize it. Now looking back, I'm like, dang, like I really did have this lens. I just wasn't self-aware. I was a people pleaser. Like, I would do stuff because I wanted people to be my friends. Exactly. You don't have any moral support. I never had any of that. Like, I don't know what God's big purpose for me is. I just never really had that much support. And I'm fine with that. Oh, dang, I forgot what I was saying. But, it's just like my experiences. Like, when I was an adult, it became like full-blown chaos, you know. When I was like 19, 20, I became an alcoholic. I went down some paths that I'm going to talk about on my channel that I went down because I was like in a dark place in my life. Because like I've had repressed memories come back to me, and just like because of everything I went through, like I remember being in elementary, and like I would buy Valentines for people, and I would buy them for myself because if I didn't buy it for myself, I was gonna have a Valentine's. So I did like a lot of people pleasing stuff, and like, you know, using gestures to kind of like get friends. That was my thing. And like I'm naturally a nice person. I'm naturally a giving person, but I feel like I overly did it to gain people's like love of me, like, you know, because everyone was bullying me. So, you know, like fifth grade, that's kind of like when fourth, fifth grade is when like that people pleasing thing started. And I don't know, maybe it started at home. I just can't recall it, you know, right now. And, you know, I saw that in my adulthood. And not really like I do things just to get people to like me because, like I said, I am a giving person, but maybe I would like let people walk over me or like do foul stuff and like reach out to them. Like even if I know somebody did something wrong to me, I would apologize. I would reach out to them like, hey, I miss you and stuff like that. And you know, I just feel like that's God's way of showing me, like, you know, you've been through these things in life. Now, as a young adult and adult, because of these experiences, you're doing this, and now you're gonna attract these type of people because deep down inside, even though you don't see it right now, you don't feel worthy of love, and I didn't, and sometimes I feel like I still don't. You know, sometimes feel like I still don't feel worthy of love, feel worthy of acceptance because of all the things that I've been through in life. And it hurts, and it made me cry today because, you know, I was like listening to a message about God and like forgiveness and, you know, stuff like that. And I guess because of those experiences, I'm like, well, why would God love me? If God really loved me or wanted a good life for me, I would have never went through those. Maybe I was just born to be a F up, you know? But, and then I have like this other side of me where it's like, well, maybe this is your purpose. Maybe in order to touch the people you need to touch, you have to be relatable. You have to be relatable and go through things that a lot of people are going through in order to express yourself in a certain way to touch people. So, you know, on my good days, I feel that way. On my bad days, I feel unlovable. And people look at me, and I know I'm beautiful, you know, but then sometimes I have my doubts. Like sometimes I'll be like, you know, like one of the biggest things I've had to overcome was like self-image issues. Like I used to wear wigs, I used to wear contacts and stuff because I just didn't think I was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't think I was beautiful. So like when I first became spiritually aware or awoke, whatever you guys want to say, I was like, well, why am I doing this? You know, like I would compare pictures of women with green eyes versus pictures with women with brown eyes and see who is prettier. I'm like, this is insane. Like this type of insecurity is very, very toxic. This is deep. And, you know, here and there I still do it. Sometimes I still like have, you know, self-image issues and feel like I'm ugly and stuff. And like, you know, that's why I told you guys about my past because, you know, I was bullied. My family would say stuff about me. So I think that all goes into the self-image issues. If I never been through those things in life, I probably wouldn't look at myself that way, you know. But the fact that I went through it for so many years planted that seed in my head, like, who are you? Like, you're nobody. You're a piece of crap. And for so long, that message kept replaying in my head, and I didn't know it. And so I feel like that's why I attracted a lot of crappy situations. And I accepted a lot of bad behavior. And I needed it. I needed it to awaken. But I really love the man that I'm with. I really, really love the man that I'm with. And I've never cared or loved somebody this much. And he's triggering for me. And anytime he says something about another woman, it brings up that insecurity in me because, I used to love to dance. I used to be a creative person, and I let my anxiety put me into an isolation, and I gave up everything that I love, and I feel uncreative and just like blah, like bland. And I'm like, well, what if he finds a woman who's more creative, who actually knows herself? Because sometimes I feel like I don't know myself. And anytime he speaks about another woman or compliments another woman or just even anything that has to do with another woman, I get triggered. I'm insecure because deep down inside that seed of unworthiness, of that seed of you're not lovable, that seed of everyone's gonna abandon you, pops up in the back of my mind. And I'm breaking it every day. I'm breaking it, but it's ruined my life, you guys. Like insecurity has ruined my life because like I know like deep down inside, I'm a great person. Deep down inside, I know I have so many things to give. But because of all these things that I've been through in life, I shut it out to the point where I don't sometimes, in the past I'm like, who am I? Who am I? And that has birthed insecurity within me. So it made me live in fear. Like, who am I? What do I really like? Am I really good at this? Am I really lovable? Or am I just like a piece of crap? You know? And that's just the truth. And it's made me into a shitty person sometimes. And I'm a good person. And like that really messes with my head because it's like I'm not jealous of people. Um I love other women. I love seeing people happy. But because of the things that I've been through in life, I feel like I have no worth. So when I see people embodying their creativity, when I see people embodying their self-love and all that stuff, it makes me feel bad about myself. And not that I want to. I don't want to feel bad about myself because other people are showing their light. And it just eats at me because it makes me miserable sometimes. Like, I feel like I have been unconsciously jealous of other people, or you know if my man, like, he follows me on social media, I might not share things about other women. Like if a woman has a clothing line or does makeup or like has like a certain revelation or she's vegan and so many things that I resonate with and I think that are cool, I might not share them because I'm insecure that, oh well, if I post it on my story, or if I say anything about this woman on my page, and I know my man be on my page, he's gonna go click on that girl's page, he's gonna go look at her, think she's pretty, think she's cool, all these things. So it's not like I'm jealous of this woman or I'm jealous of her and I have any like negative intention or I'm spiteful towards her. It's more of like, you know I don't have any like, or I feel like I didn't have any what is the word I'm trying to say? I just kind of got lost. Like, you know what I mean, though. So it would make me scared to like kind of support other women. And again, not because I was jealous of them, just because I felt like maybe my man might like them more. Because it made me insecure. Like, well, these women know who they are. They kind of have like this craft that they like to do, and they're very expressive. And I'm always quiet because I have social anxiety, or I don't really share stuff about myself because all these things that just made me scared to show my personality. And there's women in this world who are unapologetically who they are. And I admire that. I so admire that about them. And I think it's the coolest thing ever. But then, now that I'm in a relationship, I might be scared to acknowledge that around my man because, and I feel like that keeps me from things that are meant for me, because as soon as I'm around women who are like that, if I'm around my man, I'm gonna retreat, and I'm gonna break. I'm gonna become so little, or feel so little. I'm not gonna become little, but deep down inside, I'm gonna feel so this small, that I'm gonna let these internal fears that are probably not real create my reality. And that's why it has ruined my life, because I know I could be a good actress. I know I could be a good musician. I'm a great dancer. I'm an intellectual woman. But because of these fears of being seen, these fears of I'm not good enough, these fears, all these things that come from insecurity, keep me from expressing myself, keep me from being who I really am. The little girl who I used to be, that I will say anything to hurt your feelings and not give up. Okay? I would be extra, I would talk your ear off. But because maybe people rejected me, because people started to not like me, because I was those ways, I shut it off. And then that turned around and created pain in my soul. And I shut it off for so long that I feel like I don't know who I am anymore sometimes. I know who I am, and then it's like I don't. And like that's a really, really, really hard pain. It's something really hard to like come to terms with. Like, girl, you are toxic. I'm toxic. I can be toxic. As much as I say I want to love people, as much as I say all this stuff, I have demons that I deal with. Insecurity, I feel like, is my biggest demon that I deal with. And I know I have so much to give. And I don't want to give it. I want to keep it in here because I don't want to be hurt. I don't know who I can trust because of the things that I've been through in life. And then because I lost trust in the world, I lost trust in myself. And I let myself be a people pleaser. I let myself be around people who I know in my soul I wasn't supposed to be around them, and they didn't like me, but I wanted their acceptance so bad that I had to pay for that, you know? I had karmic experiences because I did stuff I knew I wasn't supposed to do. So then that creates an insecurity. Like, can you really trust yourself, girl? Do you really know what you're doing? Do you really know? So it's a lot. And I'm just so tired of living in that, like, and I know other women live like that. I know other women go online and compare themselves to women, and it's because of men, you know, like we want approval from men or like other women, and that we just compare ourselves and throw ourselves. I know I did. I compare myself all the time. Like, sometimes I feel like I have a big nose, I have big ears, like I have acne, and I'm like, ooh, like, you're ugly and stuff like that. And people be like, you're so pretty. And I feel like I didn't see it for so long, and that hurts me. It hurts me so bad because it's like, if I knew who I was this whole time, who would I be right now? But again, God has a plan for us. You know, God uses us in ways we don't understand. And you know, I feel like it ate at my friendships, my relationships. I would, you know, there's been times where women were out to get me. There was times where women were out to get me, and I became so scared of other women. I didn't know what their intentions were. That I just like retreated. And I want to connect with people, but it's just like sometimes I'm like, you know, will they really like me? Insecurity, right? Am I lovable? Another form of insecurity. And then if I get around other pretty women, I'm not jealous of them. I'm glad they're pretty. I'm glad that they're going. Like, there's nothing inside of me that wishes bad on anyone, ever. I will never in my life wish bad on anybody. The only negative thing that I have is comparing myself to people. Like, well, is she better than me? Is she prettier than me? Oh, she gotta be cooler than me because she has this going on. And I admire these women. Like, I admire them. I think they're cool and stuff like that. And I guess sometimes maybe I wish that I could be like that. I wish maybe I could know who I was and I could be secure the way they are, and I could be consistent the way they are. So it makes me compare myself to them and kind of not like open up to them because I'm insecure, and I don't want to bring that negative energy into their life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I think I ruin things because of that insecurity. I feel like maybe there's women who want to be my friends, or people, like, it doesn't matter, men, women, who want to be my friends, and my insecurity of things that I've been through in life and not feeling good enough and thinking that people might be better than me keep me from having the things that I could have in life. And thank you for your comments. I know you're trying to uplift me, and I appreciate it. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of feeling these ways. Like, I just want to walk into a room, and even with, like, it's mostly with my man. Like, I want to walk into a room with my man full of all the most beautiful women in the world and love myself and be happy with who I am. Like, that's all I want. I don't want to have these underlying negative issues. I don't want to feel these ways, because all I want to do is uplift, especially other women, especially because I know as a woman what we've been through. I know. And so it's just ruined my life. I feel like it's ruined my relationship early on, and it's ruined my happiness, because I know there's so much inside of me that I could give. I'm just scared to do it. I'm scared to show people who I am. And that again, I believe, comes from being bullied. Because, like, when I was bullied, all eyes were on me. Like, in 8th grade, this guy in front of the whole class, he was like, "Risa, can I tell you a poem?" And I was like, "Sure." He was like, "Roses are red, violets are black. Why is your chest as flat as your back?" And that happened a lot with my bullying. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, 2, 3 people bullying me in the corner. It would be in front of the whole class. So I kind of have like this phobia, this fear of being the center of attention, because I'm like, people are trying to make fun of me. And that's probably really not always the case. People probably aren't out to get me. But because that was my scenario for so long, because that's what I went through for so long, I think everyone's out to get me. I do not trust nobody. So when I first meet people, I'm very quiet. I'm very short. I might open up a little bit, but I keep everybody at a distance because I feel like they're trying to hurt me. And sometimes people think I'm being shady or, stuff like that. And it's just because I'm insecure, because I don't trust anything around me. It could be the most genuine thing, but deep down inside, I'm never going to trust it because I'm insecure. And it's just been ruining my life. Like, I wanna be able to be next to my man and see a girl embody everything she is and never feel away. Even if he does admire her, even if he thinks she's beautiful, he has a right to, because there is beautiful women out here. There's inspirational women out here. There's admirable women out here, and I don't want to feel threatened by them. That's just disgusting to me, and to feel that way really hurts me, because I really love people, and I want to be happy for them in any situation, and I don't want to be that person, and I don't want to be insecure, because I want to love myself. I want to feel worthy of love. I want to feel like I deserve greatness. And I feel like I've been stuck and stagnant because I feel like I don't deserve these things. I pray, like, God gives me a miracle, or, I want to do these things in life. But then, like modeling, I love modeling. But if I get around a whole bunch of pretty girls, I'm like, oh, they're probably going to pick her over me. Why would they pick me? Why would I be the face of this magazine? Why would I be the face of this show? Because of insecurity, because of things that I've been through. And that's probably why things manifest the way they do. So, And I know it's all false. I know that it's the devil trying to get to me. I know it's people grew up and treated me the way they did because of things they went through at home, and I was the target, you know. And looking back at it, I know that's what it was. And so I kind of had to like unprogram myself from all of that. But I just wanted to share that because I just felt like I had to get it off my chest. Like I said, it's helping me putting it out there and letting people know, like, because I know people look at me and think I have it all together. They think I'm so strong and I'm just always happy and positive because I try my best to be that way. But I break too. And as pretty as I am and all that stuff, I deal with this stuff too. I'm not perfect. None of us women are. And so, you know, that's why I feel like I needed to share it. I don't want people to think I'm perfect or that I don't deal with stuff or think that, you know, whatever they think. And like I said, years from now, I want y'all to see my growth because I'm determined. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to be the happiest woman I could be. I'm going to support other women. I'm going to be happy for other women no matter what. I'm not going to let this Judas spirit, this demon, get the best of me because I know that's what it wants to do. It wants me to be jealous of other women. It wants me to be non-supportive of other women. It wants me to be bitter and all that stuff, and I refuse. Even though there's what I compare myself and stuff to people, I will never let it take me that far. And there's other women dealing with this. Most women are dealing with this, and so am I. You know, a skinny, pretty women that, you know, think a lot of people think she has it together, which is why I've had a lot of drama with women because they're insecure about me. And it's like, duh, I'm insecure about you. You're pretty too. You think I'm pretty? I think you're pretty. We're all pretty. There's so many beautiful women, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, there's so many different types of beautiful women. There's not like one standard, you know. And I think we all admire each other. There's things that we admire about each other, and women are beautiful and strong. I admire so many women, and there's so many traits that I'm like, I want that, you know. I want that. I want to be like that. And deep down inside, that's because we see that in ourselves and we want to embrace it in ourselves, and we can, you know. So I really thank you guys for listening to this message, and I'm about to go chill. I'm gonna make another live tomorrow, or at least upload another video tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching.